The director arranged a stealth filming session on a romance variety show, and I was the only one in the entire crew who didn't know about it, in order to expose more of my dark secrets so that the show would be a hit. Then I accidentally filmed me talking to an A-list actor. I beg you, let me work with you tomorrow, okay? You can clearly hear the voice of A-list actor Jaden Rivers. No, I'm going to get sprayed by your girlfriend's fans again. Who dares to spray you? I'm quitting the show. The live comments are blowing up. As an 18-year-old actor with a lot of bad publicity, my agent made a tremendous effort to get me on the same show as A-list actor Jaden Rivers. Of course, there's also Lily Chen, a popular actress, who appeared as Jaden Rivers' official pairing. The director chose a very tricky location. It's actually a rural area, and it's actually live. The director spent so much money, invited the most popular actors, including those who specialize in attracting traffic, such as me, Chloe Summers, specializing in letting the fans to scold the small actors, actually let us come to experience the rural area life. My agent and I arrived at the departure bus before 10 o'clock, and a bunch of big stars were already waiting for us. I whispered to Nora, my agent, who was next to me. What's going on? Didn't you say 10:30? Are all the celebrities so free? Nora looked incredulous too. Yes, it's 10:30. I watched it last night. I caught a glimpse of the celebrities standing under the flashing lights. Among them, Lily Chen's cold white skin stood out. Her small oval face was painted with super heavy and delicate makeup, which made me sigh. Worthy of being a female celebrity. But the person next to Lily Chen is even more dazzling. 1.85 meters. Handsome face without a flaw. Just standing there is already enough to provoke people. That's my childhood friend, A-list actor Jaden Rivers. Jaden Rivers saw me, shrugged his nose with an unnoticeable micro-expression, and secretly rolled his eyes. I also stuck out my tongue and quickly rolled my eyes at him. Yes, we had a fight, and argued a lot. I asked him to draw the blind box and he drew the hidden and actually didn't give it to me. So the war started and escalated. And now we've been in a cold war for 2 days. Lily Chen didn't notice the change of expression between us at all, but stood beside Jaden Rivers, who couldn't hide his happiness, and finally saw my figure, and spoke in a sweet voice. Chloe Summers is here. Didn't you say we would meet at 9:30? It's not good to make us wait too long. After all, everyone's time is precious. But I believe everyone will forgive Sister Tong Tong. Right, 9:30. I looked at Nora with a confused face. Nora looked at the director with a confused face. The director lowered his head and coughed lightly. I instantly realized that the director's team intentionally notified us that the gathering time was 1 hour late, so that we could be sprayed from the beginning to the end of the program. Seeing that the camera had already been pressed on, I suppressed the anger in my heart and couldn't say anything. I could only greet them with a fake smile. Hello, everyone. This is our problem. Although the program staff sent us the wrong time. But we should have arrived an hour earlier. I glanced at the live comments on the big screen. No way. You're late and you're still acting manipulative. She's the only one who can act. Stay away from my Yen Bao, who understands that Yenbo and Jaden Rivers really look good together. Sisters upstairs. I understand. It's really eye candy. Okay. I quietly stood on the far side of the group of actors. This show has a great lineup. Just started the first episode and it's getting huge airplay. The live comments are rolling in like crazy. Not that I'm a weak interloper. Who was that sundra little blank stare from Jaden Rivers just now? Of course it's to look down on your Chloe Summers. Am I the only one who thinks Chloe Summers and Jaden Rivers are nice? Don't be disgusting. Okay. How can that late bloomer be an A-list actor? I am cursing in my heart. What kind of people are these? You're a A-list actor chasing after my ass to steal my watermelon. I have not disliked him. The director briefly introduced the variety show and let everyone introduce themselves. When it came to me, I just said my name and the camera was cut off. Forget it. The more I'm in the movie, The worse I'll get, the director said. The first task is to randomly draw 2 people to open the suitcase. I was the only one in the audience who was stunned. How come I didn't know that there are variety shows that need to check the suitcases? So let's start with Lily Chen. Lily Chen took the suitcase from her manager with a smile on her face and slowly opened it. A few stylish clothes, a hat, sunscreen, and then a gift box. This looks like it was prepared. These are the gifts I've prepared for you. Please accept them. Lily Chen said that she squatted down to take out the gift boxes one by one and distributed them to everyone. And the live comments blew up again. Yin Bao is so warm-hearted. Immediately after that, I took out one piece of the contents of my suitcase and started endorsing it. And once again, I was stunned that I could even take an advertisement for this. Live comments opened a crazy quack mode. I secretly lamented in my heart. Who only bring these things out to travel? Then next, Chloe Summers. I opened my suitcase, some short-sleeved t-shirts, toiletries, and so on, which I wore plainly, filled the suitcase, and on top of it was a superhero action figure. No one noticed Jaden Rivers' face change, and I laughed in my heart. This is Jaden Rivers' superhero action figure. The kind of doll you have to hold in your sleep. This is Jaden Rivers' superhero action figure. The kind of doll he sleeps with. Live comments, not this thing. Ah. I laughed at the fact that there are really stars playing this stuff. Jaden Rivers' face got worse. It was left at my house a few days ago when he was showing me how superhero action figure fights monsters. And now it's being laughed at by his loyal little fans. I held back my laughter. I'm so sorry. Why did I bring out the doll? Let's just hand it over to the director's office. Jaden Rivers got antsy and practically stormed out in, ahem. I can keep it for Ms. Hatsu for now. Live comments. Doesn't anyone else think Chloe Summers' suitcase is real? I bring these things when I go out. 2. I couldn't agree more. The director directs us to the bus. I'm the last one on the bus. And I'm in a wonderful position. There were 3 empty seats. 2 next to each other, leaving me, Jaden Rivers and Lily Chen. I rushed up and sat on the empty seat alone. Jaden Rivers glared at me and ignored me with her cheeks puffed out. Live comments, late sister is pretending. What? Just in time for my Jianglin CP to sit together. Why do I think late sister is fine? The director of the car organized us to play a game. The rules are very simple. One person draws a playing card. Whoever draws a bomb. Who completes a truthfulness? In the first game, Lily Chen drew a bomb. Oops. That's unlucky. I'll draw a question then. Lily Chen knocked her head with her hand and made a wink to the camera. Live comments are all Yin Bao is so cute. The question is whether there is anyone in the room that you have a crush on. Lily Chen's face instantly turned red. She shyly glanced at Jaden Rivers, and then daintily said, "Why don't you count it?" The live comments quickly blew up into a mess. The next person to draw a bomb was actually Jaden Rivers. And here's the thing, what animal does the person to your right look like? Jaden Rivers glanced at me and I gave him a blank stare. Jaden Rivers speaks coldly. Pigs. That's obviously you. My note to Jaden Rivers. A pig named Jiang. Live comments, pig fat and strong. It's true that a list actor Jiang doesn't care about other girls. What's wrong with being a bit spoiled? Not that I'm asking weakly. Is the front one okay? Where did you see the favoritism? I'm blown away too. Where the hell did you get that from? The scenery outside the window has changed from skyscrapers to lush green saplings. And we've reached our destination. Returning to such a familiar place. I took a deep breath and breathed in the fresh air that I hadn't seen in a long time. And yes, the location of this shoot happened to be my old hometown. And of course, also Jaden Rivers' old stomping grounds. We used to eat watermelon under the tree in the yard next door when we were kids. After so many years, I haven't been back to this place for a long time. It's really changed a lot, especially when the director chose a country villa, where the next shooting will take place. Guests, we're going to draw straws for the next 2 groups, and then we're going to do the cooking by ourselves. Except for Jaden Rivers and Lily Chen, the stars all let out a wail. I really don't understand. What's so difficult about cooking for such a big group of people? The next step was for all the female guests to go up and draw lots. I was ranked last, and could only take one of the remaining slips of paper on the table, and flipped it open to see, well, it happened to be Jaden Rivers, whom all the female guests couldn't forget. I took a look at the video cameras on both sides of the room, and quietly stood next to Lily Chen, and quickly stuffed the slip of paper in my hand into her hand. Lily Chen looked at me with a stunned expression on her face. I winked and told her to keep quiet, and then snatched her original note. I saw Jaden Rivers looking at us with a black line on his face. I proudly poked my tongue out at him and made a face, and turned my head to ignore him. Live comments exploded. Did late sister just snatch my Yan Bao's note? Isn't there such a thing as openly grabbing a note? What do you mean, Ms. Late? If you want to be in the same group as an A-list actor, you don't have to snatch it. Do you think we're blind? The result of the drawing of lots of course slapped them in the face. Lily Chen and Jaden Rivers CP got into a group without any problems. When I was so happy, I forgot to look at the note in my hand. Ethan Cole, showbiz charming rookie trainee, and super talented, and then starred in several Idol dramas. From the Idol faction completely turned into a power faction. I also followed a lot of his dramas. Aw, I'm really sorry. I didn't put you in a group with Lily Chen, so I switched. I put my hands together and hurriedly apologized. Of course it's okay. Sis, it's an honor to be on your team. Ethan Cole has two dimples when he smiles. I'm a bit mesmerized. Oh, why don't you apologize to me? I looked up, and Jaden Rivers was standing not far away, staring at us with an evil eye. Why should I apologize to you? You're lucky you're in Lily Chen's group. I gave him a thunder look, looking at Jaden Rivers' puffed up cheeks. I was inexplicably happy that I had finally gotten to him. Jaden Rivers angrily ran to the director to complain about me, saying that I switched the note with Lily Chen. The director smiled embarrassedly. Hey, Xiao Jiang, you and Lily Chen are the hot topic of our program. I don't think it's interesting if you two are not in the same group. Okay. We're going to start filming now. Jaden Rivers was so angry that he could only stand by Lily Chen's side. I was secretly smiling. Ethan Cole suddenly bent down and asked me with a smile on his face, "Does sister hate Jaden Rivers?" I didn't expect his question, but when I turned my head, Ethan Cole's face quickly enlarged in front of my eyes, and his hot breath mixed with the scent of fragrance filled my nose. I stared in disbelief for a moment before I realized his question. I mumbled without thinking, I hate it all over the world. I get it. Ethan Cole has a great smile. I don't know where it came from, but I could always feel a dark look in our direction. We were quickly assigned the task of cooking. Jaden Rivers and Lily Chen went to collect firewood, as well as picking vegetables, fruits, and cooking. However, in order to make things difficult for me, Lingyan and I were specifically assigned to collect eggs. This is not a problem for me. I silently looked at Ethan Cole, whose skin is better than mine. Next to me, would you? I asked weakly. Ethan Cole answered confidently, which surprised me slightly. As it turns out, he really can't. I laughed out loud at Ethan Cole, who was covered in dirt and had a chicken feather on his head. You'll never pick it up like you do. Look, you go ahead and tease this hen and then snatch the egg out fast and furious. I demonstrated, and in the blink of an eye, a small, delicate egg was already in the basket. This is a chore I've been asked to do since I was a child, and even though I haven't touched it in more than 10 years, I still have the childish skills in me. You're amazing. Sis. Ethan Cole's eyes are full of admiration. Live comments are going crazy. Myn. You can't be fooled by a late sister. It hurts so much. Look what it did to Myanin. Upstairs. She didn't even say anything. So I know so much about being late. What's with the adoration? One doesn't look like she's pretending. She's so down to earth. I'm secretly pleased with myself. But on the flip side, Jaden Rivers and Lily Chen's group isn't doing so well. They were given the easiest task of all, and Jaden Rivers, having done this kind of chore as a child, knows exactly which kind of wood makes the best fire. Lily Chen's Missy character can't be pretended anymore. She's wearing a very delicate designer outfit today, which doesn't go well with the mud puddles around the path. Jaden Rivers, go pick up that branch first. It's too dirty. Jaden Rivers, there's a big bug. Get rid of it. Jaden Rivers' arm. Jaden Rivers retreated fiercely, leaving a large distance between the two. Lily Chen almost fell through the air when the director saw this. He quickly cut the camera to another group. Jaden Rivers was questioned by the director anxiously hiss. Mr. Jiang, don't give me any trouble. Jaden Rivers shrugged his shoulders indifferently. It's normal to have bugs in the rural area, so don't record it if you can't stand it. An hour later, A-list actor Jiang and Ethan Cole, two big men, were scared off by a centipede. I gave Jaden Rivers a speechless look. Just because Ethan Cole is especially afraid of bugs, I comforted him a bit. Next thing I know, Jaden Rivers I'm really scared of bugs. I gave Jaden Rivers a blank look. I don't know who caught caterpillars with their bare hands and fed them to the birds when they were kids. At the end of the night, I entered my room and flung myself into the soft bed, my head curled up under the covers, my eyes reddening as I thought about how unfairly I had been treated throughout the day. It turns out that every profession is not as glamorous as it seems. The ringing of the phone breaks the quiet. I am too lazy to get up. Use my hand to grab the bedside cell phone. The caller is actually a pig surnamed Jiang. I was speechless and answered the phone. My voice was muffled, and I said in a bad mood, "Hey, what's up?" From the opposite side came a cool and nice voice, with a tone full of displeasure. "Team up with me tomorrow." I bounced up from the bed in shock, and my voice grew several dozen decibels louder. "Why? I haven't gotten a good look at charming Rookie's divine face yet. I don't want you to be on the same team as that Shin guy." "Okay, you'd better go to your Lily Chen. Mind your own business." "I'm begging you." "Okay. My lady." Jaden Rivers rarely softens his tone and says something to beg. "I was wrong about the Cold War, but you haven't been angry for so long since you were a child, right?" I tilted my head in sunder a no. "Is that your attitude of begging?" The opposite side of me took a deep breath and squeezed a few words out of my teeth almost through clenched teeth. "I'm begging you. Let me team up with you tomorrow." "Okay." I snorted out a laugh and teased Jaden Rivers like a child would about your girlfriend fans. "I'm gonna get sprayed again." "Who dares to spray you?" "I'm not doing this show anymore." Unbeknownst to me, all this has already been broadcast live to all the viewers by the program's camera. It's already on the top of the hit list, and I don't even know it when I leisurely lying in bed to brush the live replay, but found that the hot surge is actually my own. A-list actor Jaden Rivers' suspected romance has been revealed. A-list actor with 18-line starlet Qingmei childhood friend. Jaden Rivers and Chloe Summers are talking to each other. I literally bounced out of bed this time. And before I could click through to see it, a call from my agent Nora was already on my cell phone. "Sis, what's going on? What did you just do?" I was so confused. And just like that, Jaden Rivers called me. "Sis, you're on the top of the charts. You know that." I'm stumped. I'm like, "No. How did they know?" Nora was crying on the other side of the room. "You don't know about the invisible filming part of the romance program, do you?" I'm frozen. "What stealthy shooting?" Shit. I remembered. I usually watch variety shows with such vigor, but when it comes to my own, I actually forgot about it. I carefully clicked on the live comments, and a screen full of live comments was scrolling rapidly. "Sisters, my CPU is fried." My Jaden Rivers face. Ooh hoo hoo. Jaden Rivers and Chloe Summers. Are they actually childhood friends? Tardy sister, please get out of showbiz. My Jaden Rivers must not be with that late sister. I'm going to be off the hook. Actually, if you look closely, the late sister still has some good looks. I don't care. My yen bao is the most beautiful. In fact, as early as when Jaden Rivers called in, the director pinched the camera away. But the fans are too sharpied. Good hearing. Directly recognized Jaden Rivers have strongly urged the director to turn the camera back. The director hard-headedly pretended not to see. The fans, completely blown up, began to brush all kinds of low scores in the comments section. The director couldn't resist them, and just as he was putting my footage out, he heard a comment on the phone, "You haven't been angry for so long since you were a kid." I closed my cell phone in frustration and dove under the covers, already thinking of the scene the next day when I left the room and was chased by fanatical fans throwing eggs at me. The phone rang again. This time it was the director, Chloe Summers. "The first didn't tell you about the invisible shoot." "My fault," the director stammered, "but can we clarify this? Just tell him it's your cousin and he sounds like Jaden Rivers." I'm speechless. What's the point of apologizing at this point? I spoke in a very cold, soft voice. "Didn't you achieve your goal of making me black and red, director? Why do you want to clarify again?" Chu Tong-ah, what are you talking about? How can we not want you to be good? Look at this time or not. The director tried to find a way to say good words. "Director, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep first. Let's solve anything tomorrow." The sound of the cell phone hanging up in the silence of the house extraordinarily abrupt. Hugging the quilt, but I lost sleep. A turn over the phone. Online, half of the people who scolded me have turned to scold the program group, while saying that do not respect the artist's privacy, but also to watch the fun. I turned off my phone in annoyance, and the next day's shooting and live broadcast went on as normal. When the artists came out one by one, everyone looked at me with an expression that was hard to describe, probably because they knew about last night's hot search. Among the rows of people who originally stood in a row, 3 people, me, Jaden Rivers and Lily Chen, were automatically separated, speechless. I was standing in the corner absent-mindedly, but then I heard that Lily Chen and I were going to pick mushrooms together as a team. I turned to the director, who gave me an innocent smile. The director is the reincarnation of a white lotus flower. Why is he so good at changing his face? Lily Chen's face obviously showed a look of displeasure as well, but it was quickly hidden, and in the next second, smilingly took my arm. "Sister Tong Tong, we are in a group." I slightly nodded my head. Live comments began to scold me for pretending, but at least the few bits of popularity that I had saved up for the first few days for the sake of integrity played a role at this time. Lily Chen doesn't like our Chloe Summers either. Isn't she pretending too? Maybe Ms. Lin can't do this kind of work in the rural area. After all, she was born to be expensive. It's normal for her to look down on us. I'm touched by the live comments. It's rare that someone speaks for me. As it turns out, I was too early to be happy, only to see Lily Chen jumping at me with a highly poisonous mushroom. "This is my backup color. How about we make mushroom soup with this? How about that?" I looked puzzled. Miss Lin, your support color is highly poisonous." Lily Chen's expression was very ugly for a moment. The next second tears came out of her eyes, worthy of a professional actress. "This time it's my turn to panic. You're stealing food." Lily Chen is aggrieved. "How could I? Chore sis. Don't blame me. It's all my fault for not being able to help you." Though she's so teary, she's really pretty. Her small white face hasn't pined even after so many days of sunbathing in the rural area. Plus the small and large teardrops. She's just like a poor doll. No wonder she's known as the daughter of all people. The delicate voice beside me sounded again. "Sister, don't ignore me. I don't know how to do it." But I patiently taught Lily Chen to recognize all the common edible mushrooms, and the little girl went to pick mushrooms with a skip and a jump. Our shooting session ended soon. Lily Chen said she hadn't learned anything yet and insisted to stay with me for another half an hour. After half an hour, I told Lily Chen to go back to cook, but after looking around, no one was there. My heart was hanging in my chest. Could such a big person still get lost? I dialed Lily Chen's phone, but it was always busy. "I've been playing in this forest since I was a kid. and I'm familiar with every blade of grass and every tree here. Even though it's changed a lot since then, the general direction is not wrong. I should have followed Lilychin. This forest is not big. It's owned by a few neighboring families. You can walk in one direction for a few minutes, but there are many trees in the forest. The most important thing to avoid is to go around. I circled the forest all over. My heart has changed from anxiety to panic. This forest and then walk through, until my feet are a little hidden pain. I looked down to see my shoes have worn out my ankles. I had no choice but to run to the meeting point and tell them that I couldn't find Lilychin. Everyone panicked. Except the director. Shockingly, the director asked the camera crew to start filming again after the shoot had already ended. I went up to the director and asked, "Why did you start filming again? Aren't you anxious about the loss of the girl?" The director dragged me to the side. His face was calm and indifferent. "It's the hot topic of this issue. Only viewers will watch it if it's hot." I decided not to argue with the director. The most important thing now is to find Lilychin. As I watched everyone walking towards the forest, I was suddenly pulled by someone's arm as I was about to leave. I looked back, and Jaden Rivers' cool face appeared in front of me. I asked him in a very alert manner, "What are you doing? Don't go looking for your feet when they're worn out. Don't you know how to take care of yourself when you're such a grown-up?" I was slightly shocked. How did I know? If it wasn't for the pain in my feet, I wouldn't have noticed it myself. I was speechless with this. No. It's nothing. It's just a small injury. Next thing I know, Jaden Rivers is picking me up in his arms and heading for the hotel. Did he forget? The cameras were still rolling. I subconsciously threw my arms around his neck, but inevitably I let out an "aw." Jaden Rivers being bitch. "You better keep it down if you don't want people to think we're in a relationship." Reveal. I frowned tightly. I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't figure it out. How on earth did someone so skinny have so many brainless fans calling his brother high maintenance? The director glanced our way and just wanted to catch the hot shot, but realized that this CP knocked the wrong "aw." I was put on the sofa in the hotel lobby. Jaden Rivers touched out 2 Band-Aid from his body, half squatting in front of me with one hand lifting up my feet. I hurriedly pulled my feet back. No. I can do it myself. How can I let a big A-list actor put a Band-Aid on me? Jaden Rivers sneered twice. "Oh. What about the time you came to my house bedwetting to let me take the blame? How about when you said you were a girl and made me run miles to get you watermelon, only to leave me some watermelon rind? How about when you broke my superhero action figure and told my mom first?" I smiled and patted him on the head. "Oops. I was just a kid back then. So don't worry about it. A-list actor." Jaden Rivers' hand movement is very nimble. "After the Band-Aid I am ready to run, thank you. You guys hurry to find Lilychin. Anyway, you also grew up here. More help to look after it. Leave it to you." I was just about to run away when Jaden Rivers pulled my arm again. I turned my head in confusion, but I saw Jaden Rivers' face flushed red. He quickly lowered his head, but his ears were red through and through. Jaden Rivers spoke slowly, with a vague plea in his voice. Can you not get so close to that Ethan Cole?" I frowned. Ahem. Nothing else. Don't think too much. It's just that I think that person has a bad character, and he's pretending and has no power. Don't play with him, or else your IQ isn't that high in the first place." I poofed out a laugh. How is this? Quite a kind of jealousy was knocked over submissive partner feeling. I stifled my laughter. "Well, I know. Then you guys go find Lilychin first. Send me a message when you find her." Jaden Rivers nodded, the blush on his ears still fresh. "Help. So dumb. Pie. I went back to my hotel room and flopped down on my bed and swiped through the hotspots. Lilychin hadn't been found so far and the fans were already cursing. I frowned slightly. Jaden Rivers knew the terrain just as well as I did, and it was because of him that I was 100% comfortable going back to rest. Why hadn't I found it yet? A fear spread in my heart, and I immediately dialed Jaden Rivers' number. "Jaden Rivers, do you remember that there is a section of the forest due west where there is no guardrail? And there are so many trees that children often roll down the hill from there." Jaden Rivers immediately understood. "I know. I'll check it out. When I was a kid, That was the most dangerous part. Kids would pick mushrooms and forget where they were going. And they'd slip and roll down the hill, which wasn't big enough to kill you, but you'd probably break a bone. My heart skipped a beat. I thought Lily-chan was too big to roll down a hill without a guardrail, but it turns out I overestimated her. Lily-chan had a minor concussion and was sent to the hospital, and some of the goodwill that I had managed to accumulate was completely blacked out overnight. Help! So distressed my Yen Bao. Late sister hurried to S. The director's team doesn't have any protective measures to consider the safety of the artists. Chloe Summers was quite fond of her before. She didn't push her down on purpose, did she? Sisters upstairs. It's definitely on purpose. Who would fall by themselves? If Yen Bao fell by herself, I'll eat my hat. I sighed softly and asked the director to get up and rush to the hospital. The information about the hospital was not disclosed. It was only explained to the audience that they had gone to the hospital for treatment. The exact location has not been revealed yet, but in addition to this, the entire program team gathered in front of the VIP ward. Seeing me come, everyone's look revealed a look of exasperation. Lily-chan is still in the hospital bed, did not wake up. It seems that Lily-chan's fall from the mountainside is all my problem. In a flash, all the fingers are pointing at me. Lily-chan's little helper can't control her emotions when she sees me and wants to pounce on me. Sister Lin is so nice to everyone. What do you have against her? Did you push her down? Nora stepped in front of me and stopped Lily-chan's assistant. Please calm down. If you don't believe this is just an accident, please contact the regular staff to go through the legal platform channel instead of yelling here. Lily-chan's assistant knew she was in the wrong, but she still yelled at us with a stiff neck. So could it be that Sister Lin would be so stupid that she didn't see the hillside and fell down herself? The air froze for a moment. What if she was really that stupid? The melon eaters all stifled their laughter. And the little assistant also knew that she had said the wrong thing. Wasn't it obvious that she was hacking her own master? Jaden Rivers stepped in front of me. I'm going to testify on behalf of Chloe Summers about the whole thing. And I'm going to ask the young lady to behave herself and not spit on me until the final results are in. Jaden Rivers has a cold face. When he doesn't speak, he gives people the feeling of a cold iceberg handsome guy. But when he gets angry and serious, he is really intimidating. You guys come quickly. Lily-chan has woken up. Someone shouted. Everyone gathered around, and Jaden Rivers grabbed me by the wrist and led me out of the room. His tone of voice still cold. What are you doing here when your own feet aren't even healed? I waved my hand indifferently. If I hadn't come, it would have healed. Jaden Rivers poked me in the head. You're the one with the big heart. You're such a stupid pig. I skimmed my lips in Sundara. So you just said you'd prove the whole thing for me. Why are you helping me? Jaden Rivers touched his nose. I just don't like them. And I think you are too stupid. What if you confess to what people say? You believe in me so unconditionally. As your master, I'm really too touched. I stifled my laughter and wiped my tears in an exaggerated manner. Just look at your silly face. How can you have the heart to frame others? Suddenly, a voice appeared beside me. Sister, Jaden Rivers and I turned our heads at the same time. And there was Ethan Cole. Are you okay? Sis, I see you've broken your foot. Yo, I'm not sure I'm that attentive. I give a satisfied smile. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I already put a band-aid on it. Jaden Rivers chimed in. I looked over at Jaden Rivers with a confused look on my face and met his smug gaze. Ethan Cole smiled awkwardly. Mr. Chiang is still attentive. Jaden Rivers is not modest at all. That's true. After all, Chloe Summers and I are childhood friends. We've been like this since we were kids. We're used to it, right? Jaden Rivers deliberately looked at me and asked. With a manipulative look on his face, Nora ran out of the hospital room and saw the large awkward triangle, and held her tongue. What's going on? I asked. Chore. Lily-chan said she wants to meet you. I don't know what she's up to. Nora said in a huff. The three of us entered the room one after another and saw Lily-chan smiling warmly at us. Sister Tong Tong. I'm really sorry for making you guys worry for so long. Although I rolled my eyes a million times in my mind, On the surface I was as calm as water. I'm glad you're fine. Lily Chen's assistant, however, couldn't sit still. Sister Lin, you're letting her off the hook just like that. The little assistant's voice wasn't too loud or too small, and it seemed to be addressed to Lily Chen, but it was audible to everyone in the room. Lily Chen's face was also a bit untenable. She could only reply with a dry smile. This is my own fault. What's it got to do with Sister Tong Tong? If Lily Chen knew what her little assistant said 10 minutes ago, she would probably be even more embarrassed. And all of this was captured by the director who loves to eat melons. The online heat was once again lifted to the highest. The netizens who bit the bullet and said that it was me who pushed the person before were all severely hit in the face. Where's the dude who said he wanted to eat shit before? If you're a man, shoot the video. I didn't expect your Yan Bao to be so stupid as to fall down by himself. It seems that the IQ of this fan is not high either. Purely a passerby. But Chloe Summers won this time. As the filming continued, Lily Chen received a lot of special attention, and due to my extensive housework experience, I received a lot of positive feedback online, and Jaden Rivers and I managed to take first place in one of the tasks, so we could go to a private booking amusement park for the weekend. I silently lamented that the director's team had actually hemorrhaged money this time, and had actually private booked for the two of us, and the director promised not to follow the shooting. After all, the official pairing or Jaden Rivers and Lily Chen weekend I specially wear a set of small floral dress, cape down the hair, used to celebrate the life of do not have to work. Coincidentally, Jaden Rivers seemed to have dressed up a bit more seriously today. So it's not like we're going to an amusement park. It's like we're going to a runway show. I never knew you had a dress when I was growing up. I gave him a blank look. I wore it every year to the elementary school recital, didn't I? I wore it to commemorate the days when I didn't have to work. Okay. I looked around and saw that there were no tourists except for the staff. The director is really generous this time. He's actually packed up such a big amusement park. Jaden Rivers coughed a couple times. What do you care? Just go and play. I pointed to the tallest roller coaster. That one first. You go first. I'll show you the bag. Jaden Rivers subconsciously touches his nose. There's no one there. Why would I show you a bag? I didn't let him say no and dragged Jaden Rivers to the roller coaster. You're not scared, are you? I deliberately provoked him. Scared? How could you be? Jaden Rivers looks surprised, and in the next scene he's sitting on a roller coaster with his eyes tightly shut. Pfft. It hasn't even started yet. I laughed at him, poking him in the hand that was gripping the seatbelt so tightly in the next moment, he grabbed my hand in a backhanded grip. And the warmth of his touch instantly became an electric current that wrapped around my hand. My heart felt like it was struck by electric current. And at once my heartbeat began to accelerate. Except for the walking team when I was a child. We were holding hands. We had never been in close contact with each other. The roller coaster sped by, and Jaden Rivers didn't let go of my hand the whole time. And I don't know if he was scared or not. Soon, the roller coaster came to a stop and Jaden Rivers pulled his hand back in a hurry. You. Ahem. You don't know what you're talking about. Jaden Rivers rubs his nose. Jaden Rivers dragged me into the haunted house, and my whole body resisted. I don't want to go. You're the brave one. Oh, it's okay. I'll scare you. I was dragged inside, and the next second the door of the haunted house was slammed shut. Jaden Rivers purposely tried to scare me by tapping me on the shoulder. I frowned and hit back. Why are you so annoying? Jaden Rivers laughed and grabbed my hand. The warmth of my hands coming in contact with each other made my anger go away. We stared at each other and time stood still for a few seconds. The surroundings were a bit dim, but Jaden Rivers' face was still distinctive in the blur. His peach blossom eyes were full of love, and he was really good looking. I came back to my senses and immediately pulled my hand out. You're not afraid? You'll move forward first. My tone pretended to be calm. Just walk away. Jaden Rivers has a Sundra little look on his face. But as soon as I turned the corner, the NPC came at me with a dislike for my face. Don't come near me. You're all fake ghosts. Jaden Rivers scurried up behind me with his eyes closed. You. I poked Jaden Rivers breathlessly. Didn't we agree not to be afraid? Aw. The NPC is a pretty girl, not wearing a ghost mask, but just wearing a white dress and hair. I awkwardly dragged Jaden Rivers with me. Haha. We'll go ahead first then. Okay. You're not good enough. I got a lot more courageous in the back. After all, it was my job to scare Jaden Rivers. I suspect that Jaden Rivers didn't open his eyes the whole time, and kept grabbing my arm and following me after I left the haunted house. I made fun of Jaden Rivers, but he was so cold that he didn't want to talk to me. It seems that being cold can make me forget about Jaden Rivers' private booking. No matter which rides you go to, you can just go on them without queuing up. Wow, there are still rapids there. I was excitedly pointing at a place not far away, and I was about to drag Jaden Rivers over there. There will be fireworks at 9 o'clock. If we go to play Riptide, we won't be able to catch the fireworks. Jaden Rivers touched his nose. Jaden Rivers rubs his nose. We're the only ones who have fireworks. Never mind that. Let's go. Jaden Rivers dragged me to the front of the castle, and as the first fireworks rose into the sky, the music started. It was Taylor Swift's Love Story, which I knew all too well. I looked back in surprise. It was my favorite song. The fireworks exploded in front of me. Streams of color, sparks sparsely sprinkled around, and then disappeared. And again the fireworks exploded in the darkness of the night, deafening, overpowering the heartbeat. I turned my head toward Jaden Rivers, who, coincidentally, had also been watching me. I looked at him for a long time before the lyrics reached "Marry me Juliet, you'll never have to be alone." I love you, and that's all I really know. A strong feeling of foreboding exploded in my heart. Jaden Rivers leaned down and spoke formally but slightly nervously. I like you. Thinking about having a relationship with me. The exploding fireworks reflected Jaden Rivers' face clearly in front of my eyes. I forgot all my worries by mistake. I stepped forward, raised my head and placed a kiss on Jaden Rivers' face. I'm not. This time it's my turn to get my hands dirty. I'm just having a brain fart. That's all. Jaden Rivers smiled brightly, full of a spirited young man, perhaps because of his profession, perhaps young and talented. I even forgot that he also has a childish side. It's okay. You can mean something else too. He smiled and touched my head, and that's how I fell in love with an A-list actor. Back at the hotel, Jaden Rivers let go of my hand. Why are you so happy all the time? I looked at Jaden Rivers, who couldn't hide the smile on his face. After all these years, it's a little surreal to finally have you abducted. I pretended to turn my face away from Jaden Rivers. It's not true that I don't like him. Who wouldn't be touched by such a handsome face in front of me every day? It's just that it's too familiar. So I forced myself to interpret my feelings for Jaden Rivers as affection when I saw him and Lily Chen standing together, even though they didn't say a word. When other people shouted that they looked good together, I couldn't help but feel jealous. Maybe I couldn't hide my feelings for Jaden Rivers from that moment on. Over the next few days, we both agreed to hide it well, but the difference was that the two of us, who used to bicker every chance we got, would secretly hold hands where the camera couldn't see us. Or we smiled at each other in many scenes. It was time for a weekly shopping trip, and this week it was Ethan Cole and me. I noticed a thin look on Jaden Rivers' face, and I stifled a laugh. But going to the grocery store was a photo shoot, so I couldn't just say in front of everyone that I was going to be teamed up with Jaden Rivers. Ethan Cole was still taking notes on what everyone was going to buy. I quietly walked over to Jaden Rivers and leaned down and whispered, "Don't be mad." I promised to stay more than a meter away from him. Jaden Rivers turned his face away from me. It was so hard to convince him that I can really keep my distance from Ethan Cole in the grocery store, and wherever he goes. I purposely say I'm going to look the other way. The purchasing shot didn't last long, and soon the photographer had turned off the camera. I'm picking up the milk from the top shelf, because there's a lot of people so they buy these big cans. I was standing on my tiptoes and struggling to reach it. When suddenly a man stood behind me and helped me to get the milk out. I knew it was Ethan Cole. I took a big step to the side. And Ethan Cole's hand froze in midair. There's a slight hint of subtlety. And I smile awkwardly, thank you. Ethan Cole's eyes instantly became lost. Like a puppy that had been thrown out of the house. Sis. Why have you been deliberately staying away from me lately? One word makes me feel guilty for the rest of my life. I smile in embarrassment. I'm sorry, haha. But to tell you the truth, I seem to have a boyfriend. Ethan Cole looks over at me slightly surprised with Jaden Rivers. I pursed my lips and nodded. I hope you can keep it a secret for us. Ethan Cole lowers his head and is silent for a couple of seconds. Actually, I know. I can see that you like him too, sis. I just wanted to take a gamble. So I never broke it up before. Chloe Summers. The first actually liked you. But more now. I want to wish you both happiness. I nodded heavily. Thank you. You'll meet a better girl who belongs to you. Back at the hotel, Jaden Rivers was still sulking. I smiled helplessly and hugged him. Why are you so mean? Jaden Rivers purposely shits on me. You and that Shin guy should go to the supermarket. What do you care about me? Help. Is his alias Drama King? I told him the truth and he said bless us. So when do we go public? Jaden Rivers is looking at me, but now you and Lily Chen are still a couple. If we go public, will it be? I was thinking seriously, what CP? I've said 2 words of dislike for her since the beginning in order to cut them off. How on earth did I speculate until now? Jaden Rivers huffs and puffs and snitches every time I'm put to stand next to her. The perfume smells downright awful. And it's not like I can run away on the spot. I laughed out loud. So when the hell are you going to give me a name? Huh. Jaden Rivers looks at me with an aggravated look on his face. The show is done. I rubbed Jaden Rivers' hair, but I didn't realize that an accident would bring it all forward. Early the next morning, an anonymous netizen posted a picture that rushed to the top of the Hot 100. I clicked on it and ate the melon to my own head. It was Jaden Rivers carrying me into the hotel and applying medication to me in the lobby. I didn't even have to read the comments. I already knew that Lily Chen's fans were cursing me out, but the comments were all impossible. Absolutely impossible. This picture must be P. I can't believe Jaden Rivers and Chloe Summers are together. No way. What about Yenbo? Chloe Summers' childhood friend can't be real, right? What I'm concerned about is who is this anonymous user? Could it be Ethan Cole? No way. Ethan Cole was still recording when Lily Chen was lost. So how could he have flashed to the hotel, excluding the celebrities in the room? It's just the crew. The problem is that the 3 of us are the only ones who know that Jaden Rivers and I are together. I couldn't figure it out. I called Jaden Rivers. If not this guy. Who? I didn't know there was a secret camera. Jaden Rivers' voice was very calm. Don't panic. This photo is very blurry. It should be taken secretly somewhere. And definitely not with professional equipment. So the photographer can be basically ruled out. Our agents will definitely defend our rights. So that can be ruled out. Everyone was looking for Lily Chen at that time. But there was one person we could easily overlook. My heart was tightened. Jaden Rivers and I hadn't offended anyone in this crew. Except Lily Chen, and I hadn't been dealing with each other. At that time. Lily Chen was lost and everyone was looking for her. So it was only logical that Lily Chen's manager should be the one who was most anxious, because of this. The person that no one would suspect. You mean, the person who stole the photo and posted it could be Lily Chen's assistant? I realized what Jaden Rivers meant by that. It's very possible that her assistant has been out of her mind, as she was at the hospital. Then what's her motive for filming us? Is it just to get fans to blackball me? Jaden Rivers sighed. This person is overthinking things. At first, she might have been sneaking photos because she wanted to keep a handle or thought it would be fun. After the confrontation with us at the hospital, she must have been trying to use the power of the crowd to get people to bash you. What should we do then? I'm out of ideas, whether or not this person posted it. I want to make it clear to them that it's not a rumor. And that you're my girlfriend. Jaden Rivers sounded serious. I'm speechless. He's like that hopeless romantic. As the heat was being turned up to heaven, Jaden Rivers posted a message regarding the pictures posted by anonymous netizens and all the fan comments and speculations on the internet. I would like to respond here. Chloe Summers is my girlfriend and also my childhood friend, someone I want to guard for the rest of my life. And I hope that the netizens and fans will stop spreading rumors about Ms. Lily Chen and me, and we will conduct a thorough investigation on the person who stole the photo and file a complaint according to the law. Chloe Summers. Now it's the fans' turn to be dumbfounded, and it can't be described as a blow-up anymore. Unexpectedly, Jaden Rivers fans and the few little fans I have came out in defense of me. The rumor was just released in the morning, and the official announcement was made in the afternoon. Wow. This green plum childhood friend love is so enviable. Lily Chen's fans respect themselves. I told you looking at Jiang the list actor don't even like Lily Chen. Must be 99. Wow. My Tong sister is also very beautiful. Originally knocked is Lily Chen. When accidentally found this configuration seems also good. Although there are voices of opposition. They are covered by the voices of Blessing.so. This is the charm of a list actor. I cry pie pie. Nora called, sis. When did this happen? I can't believe you didn't tell me I'm not your favorite anymore. At this moment, the one who is most angry is Lily Chen. Right. Did you take the photos on the internet? Lily Chen yelled hysterically at her assistant. The little assistant was Koi's sister Lin. I just want them to scold Chloe Summers. I didn't expect. Lily Chen smashed the cup in her hand on the ground. Do you know how much responsibility we need to bear if they find out that you were secretly filming? That would make me and Jaden Rivers no longer a possibility, you know. The little assistant was so shocked that she cried out, I'm sorry, Sister Lin, I'm sorry. I really didn't expect things to turn out like this. Lily Chen calmed down. That's enough. Tomorrow you go to the company headquarters by yourself to do your separation. Plus take the initiative to apologize to Jaden Rivers and the others. The assistant did as she was told. And Lily Chen sent me a message on WeChat. Did you guys find out from the CCTV? I'm sorry. It was my assistant who took the picture. Can we not hold her responsible? It's not easy for a young girl to make it alone. I'm sorry for the trouble caused to Ms. Hatsumi and Jaden Rivers. And we'll be apologizing all over the internet. Finally, we wish Ms. Hatsu and Jaden Rivers a long and happy life. I look at this paragraph and wonder what was going through Lily Chen's mind as she typed these words. Such a beautiful and confident girl can have times of unrequited love. I sighed softly and typed in the input box, well, I promise you, this matter will end after you write an apology letter. I also wish Ms. Lin happiness. The director was a bit puzzled. Why did everyone on the internet change overnight? How come the official pairing has been changed? Jaden Rivers simply stopped pretending in the latter part of the shoot and stared straight at me without moving. I was so uncomfortable that I gave him a warning look. Jaden Rivers was staring at me with a dumbfounded smile on his face. Headache. Waiting online. What do I do with a love brain boyfriend? The internet has been a little busy these days. Chasing after Jaden Rivers and me, good. Their latest is another Jaden Rivers demented smile. A month has passed. And the show's wrap production is now underway. I've gotten a lot of work out of Jaden Rivers, too, however. Jaden Rivers snagged the lead role in all the dramas I took on. And the directors were naturally happy to have an A-list actor who couldn't be snagged at all. So the directors are aiming to steal me. I in the living room. I'm staring at a thick script. Jaden Rivers, fresh out of the shower and in his bathrobe, sat down next to me and wrapped me in a hug. His hair was still dripping and tickled my neck. I leaned back into his arms in a hopeless state. Before, I was worried about not having a movie, but now that I have a movie, I can't memorize the script. It's hard to be an actor. Jaden Rivers laughs. Really? I don't think it's hard to have a girlfriend like you. Jaden Rivers' body is so hot. You can feel it even through 2 layers of fabric. He pulls the script out of my hand and puts it on the table, burying his head in my shoulder. Suddenly aggravated. You haven't had time to cuddle with me in a week. And you haven't kissed me in 8 days. that I couldn't help but laugh out loud and turn my head to give Jaden Rivers a little nudge on the lips. Then make it up to you. That's it. What else do you want? Jaden Rivers carried me into the bedroom. And he wouldn't let go of me. Even though he was filming me, the next day I woke up sore. I glare at him and he scratches his head. I'm sorry, baby. I think I hurt you yesterday. You shut up. Not caring that my whole body hurt. I rushed up and covered Jaden Rivers' mouth. Jaden Rivers stifled his laughter and brought a bowl of skinny congee to me. Took a spoon and blew on it. And fed it to me. Drink some congee, baby. Regain some energy or else tonight. Hiss. Don't you say anything. 1 year later. Jaden Rivers threw me a fairy tale wedding when he turned around and saw me walking towards him in my wedding dress. Jaden Rivers' eyes turned red. Mr. Jaden Rivers. For richer or for poorer. In health or in sickness. In trouble or in happiness. Will you be true to Miss Chloe Summers and keep her for the rest of your life? I do. Miss Chloe Summers. For richer or for poorer. In sickness and in health. In trouble or in happiness. Do you take Mr. Jaden Rivers to be unfailingly devoted to her and to watch over her all the days of your life? I do. Jaden Rivers gazed at me with love in his eyes that he couldn't hide. You only need to be lucky twice in your life. Once to meet you. Once to go all the way. I keep forgetting to tell you how lucky I am. It's you I met. I love you. So I want you to be surrounded by flowers and people. Of all the possibilities. I'd only choose you, only you. From so-and-so rebirth of the poisonous queen of the general's family. Extra. Jaden Rivers Memo Diary. 5.13. Loves S invited me for the 5th time. I don't want to go. 5.14. I heard today that Chloe Summers is going to be there. Well, I'll take my chances. But I had a fight with her today. 5.16. Let's start shooting. Why does the director keep targeting Chloe Summers? Next time. I won't come again. Why would my superhero action figure go to her? Angry people. She changed my note away. Have to be with what is called Ethan Cole Group. I don't like it, and this idiot didn't know that the variety show has invisible shooting. Luckily, I called her to remind her of it. And it accidentally made it to the top of the charts. And some people said that we're a good match. 5.18. Chloe Summers has to go to Lily Chen when her foot is injured. Just put a band-aid on her. So nervous. 5.19. I'm going to confess tomorrow. What if she likes that Shin guy? No way. Absolutely no way. I'm the best. 5.20. This idiot still thinks that the playground is privately booked by the director. Never mind. As long as she's happy. I got her hand on the roller coaster. I'm so happy. She protected me in the haunted house. So happy. It's a success. I'm so excited. Chloe Summers kissed me. Ha 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 ha. I'm so nervous. Why is my girlfriend so cute? 5.22. Who posted our picture? You've got a good idea. I'll have to make an official announcement.